Hey everyone, welcome to this daily Sidereal Astrology forecast. This is for Tuesday, September 10th, 2019. All right, so today we have the moon in grounded Capricorn. We'll likely notice themes today around things that require discipline, patience, perseverance, and it's just really good to develop this side of ourselves this phase of the lunar cycle, especially because we are building some momentum now as we approach the full moon on Friday and Saturday. So we're in what's called the gibbous phase, which is this more heightened energy of the cycle, and maybe starting to notice some momentum as we approach the weekend now. Now today we do have the sun opposite up to Neptune. The sun, our vital life force, Neptune, the planet of dissolving things. In this opposition, there could be a collective, maybe more receptive energy, more sensitive energy. Could be very good for intuition, creativity, imagination, these kinds of things to work with today. And going into what will be on Thursday, Mars is going to be squaring up to Jupiter as we go through the rest of the week. Mars, the planet of drive, in a square with expansive Jupiter, which can tend to sometimes maybe give us some enthusiasm, maybe some confidence. And so we just want to make sure everything is nice and balanced with what we think we can achieve, accomplish, and really assert towards. All right, so let's take a look at all of this here in more detail when we return. All right, so here's the sky for this Tuesday. And again, we are using the actual constellations in the sky, which is different from mainstream astrology. Mainstream astrology does not use the actual constellation. So you will notice a lot of the signs that I'm mentioning are different. And so if you do notice that, do check out the link down below for more information. All right, so let's take a look here first at the moon representing the theme of the day and also how we're feeling internally. The moon in Capricorn gives us this collective energy of grounded patience, discipline, and responsibility. At least it's really good to cultivate this side of ourselves here with the moon. And we could just notice some themes around it. So it could be a productive day. It could be anything that does require responsibilities and just that long-term approach. Capricorn's really about building those strong foundations in life so that we can build things on top of it. Right? So it's the long-term goals, it's the patience, right? It's the responsibility for greater achievement down the road, right? Once the, let's say structure's been built, right? In order to have a really high skyscraper, for example, we have to have a very good solid foundation, and Capricorn helps us build that foundation for these great achievements and longer term things in life. So with that theme, we still do have quite a few planets still in Leo. So the greater theme has been that of cultivating our self-expression, our fun-loving side, our creative side, this fire kind of energy. But we've had a bit of a shift into more earth energy this week with Mercury and Venus slowly shifting into Virgo. So we could be valuing more of the responsibilities when it comes to like things that require self-discipline, things that are about improvement, really focusing on the details of things, analyzing matters. This could be dealing with maybe relationships, a little bit more of that structural and improvement-oriented approach to them. And then just also thinking this way as well with Mercury, which actually makes it pretty good for solving problems, fixing things, and all in all striving towards improvement. So today we do have this sun opposite Neptune going exact, but it is going to be easing up as we go through the day. This is a bit of that water energy contacting our vital life force, the sun. Right? So normally the sun is our vitality, our self-esteem, our self-expression, and then Neptune in oppositions tends to kind of dissolve that a bit, dissolving the self. And the whole purpose of it is, of course, to go within, to find inner peace, inner acceptance. And so it does make it a great day for these kinds of things, maybe spiritual activities, creativity, imagination, intuition, listening to our dreams, just getting into more of that etheric energy right now to connect to that deeper part of ourselves is a great way of working with this energy today. But like I said, it is starting to ease up. And so if there is anything you do want to integrate with it today, it could be a really good day for those healthy Neptunian things there. All right, so as we get into Thursday, we may or may not feel this today, but I do want to mention it because it is quite a strong or collectively strong aspect. Mars is squaring up to Jupiter. So Mars, the planet of our drive, is in a bit of a challenge with expansion and optimistic Jupiter. But the challenge doesn't usually come across as that challenging because it is involving, well, Jupiter. So it could be feeling maybe a bit confident, maybe a bit assertive, maybe a bit motivated towards inspirations or potentials. And so by all means, it is a great week to do that. With the square, though, is really making sure it's nice and grounded. And what I mean by that is really putting it into action. If you're feeling inspired in any way, could be a great week for actually channeling that constructively. We might be a bit lazy. We might want it to come a bit easy, but if we implement it consciously and intentionally, these inspirations, these potentials could come to manifestation. It could be actually a very constructive week for those things we might be motivated towards. But again, it will likely require a bit of that intention. So great week for this stuff, and just be observant of the self. If there is any over or under confidence, it's a bit of a pendulum swing sometimes, and just know that there are potentials, and it will probably just require a bit of initiative on our part, or some, again, intention or action there. All right, so that's the day in a nutshell. Most important thing, though, is not so much that Mars energy. It's definitely this Neptune energy. This is that kind of washing over of the self, getting into the more etheric and deeper aspects of life. Really good day that favors those things with balance, spirituality, meditation, maybe healthy rest, creativity, those kinds of things could be very favorable today when set intentions with. And the theme of the day around grounded energy of Capricorn, right? Building structures for the long term. Anything today that does require patience and discipline could be good to cultivate that side of ourselves. And again, we are approaching a full moon, which will be Friday and Saturday. So we are building some momentum now as we go through this lunar month. And that'll be the heightened part of the cycle. Although it will be quite a watery time period because the full moon will be closer to Pisces, a little close to Aquarius, but closer to Pisces. And so that'll be a really good time of, again, cultivating that more receptive side of ourselves. All right, so everyone have a fantastic day. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow for the daily forecast. Take care.